My name is Majok. I'm compared my roles and the role of the people behind this investigation into the detention centers is to help you people, making an awareness and trying to engage the government where possible, with all this information. So could you please introduce yourself to me, please?
My name is Anyang, Lual. I was born in Kenya.
Okay.
And come to Australia 2006.
And how old are you, Anyang?
My birthday. Huh?
How old are you?
Oh yeah, my date of birth. I'm 20. I'm 25.
25
I was born
years old.
25. Yeah, 25 years old.
And when did you migrate to Australia?
I was born. Yeah. Huh?
When did you migrate to Australia?
Yeah, 5th of August, 2006.
2006.
Yeah, 2006. Yeah. So I've been here for a few years. Yeah.
So did you migrate with your mother or your father?
Yeah. I came to Australia with just three siblings. So I'm born with my little brother. His name is Arik. And my little sister Yak. I'm the oldest. So now I got another three. Now I've got another three more kids in the family as well.
So you got 3 children yourself?
Yeah, so I have 3 children myself, and there's 6 of us in the family from my dad.
Okay, is your dad in Australia?
Yeah, my dad to Australia, yeah.
What about your mom? Is your mom here as well?
Yeah, mom is in Australia too. All my family's here, yeah.
Okay, how old are your children?
My children, I got a 7-year-old son. And I've got a 3-year-old daughter, and I've got a 2-year-old son as well.
Okay. And Anyang, are you Australian citizen?
No, I'm not Australian citizen, no.
Okay. Right. So, and you migrate to Australia with the humanitarian visa?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you know if your visa is cancelled or it's still active?
Yes. It's been cancelled, yes.
It's been cancelled?
Yeah.
So, Anyang, how long have you been in the detention center for?
I've been in jail since 2009, around August.
2009.
I haven't got it. Yeah, I haven't got out. Yeah, and then I come to the detention center on the 5th of July.
5th of July, which year? This year?
This year.
So you just got out from the prison and then you came to detention center.
Yeah. I got parole with immigration people. Yeah.
Okay, and so you said you went to jail in 2009 and
2019,
and you got released in 2022, right? In July.
Yeah.
Okay, so how many years have you spent in jail?
I think I've been in since 22, about 4 years nearly, yeah.
4 years?
Yeah.
And what was the nature of crime that have ended up you in jail?
Oh, well, I was selling a bit of weed, just a little bit of weed now and there. So, but they didn't catch me with nothing, but someone went and told on me. So then someone went and told the police on me. So the police
you got up in?
Yeah. So I was trying to make a bit of money to pay some bills. I had a child. My daughter was on the way, and it was hard for me because I had no job at the time.
Yeah.
So I decided to get a bit of weed and move a little bit of weed, not too much, for a bit of money. Yeah.
So it was a drug related charges that
drug related charge and family violence, like fighting with my partner, the mother of my children, yeah.
So you got a DV as well?
Yeah, DVO, yeah.
Okay, so when you went to jail, you were literally separated with your partner?
Yeah.
Okay, and was that your first time to go to jail?
No, this is my second time now. I come to jail in around 2014 before the mother of my children had my son. I got locked up for 13 months for
how old were you when you went to jail for the first time?
First time I was young, like first time it was juvenile detention center.
Was it
So
juvenile?
that's where juvie. So I was around maybe 14 to 13 years old there.
Okay.
And then I stopped, and then I kept going to jail since then. And then I was 17 years old. It's called Big Boy's House. So you got Boys Yard. So I went to Boys Yard, and then from Boys Yard, I went to mainstream. Yeah.
Okay. So were you under the child protection custody?
Yes. At the moment, because I got locked up, and the mother of my children was outside, so she was still doing drugs. Well, she was still doing drugs while I was locked up.
She was doing drugs as well.
Yeah. Me and her were doing drugs as well. But then when I left her to come to jail, she's still doing drugs. And then she messed around, not looking after her 3 children. So the dogs got the kids, So they took the kids. Boom. Now my kids are in child safety's care,
So they've been taken by the child protection.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. And your partner, was your partner a Sudanese origin?
No, she was Australian. She's Australian, half Aboriginal, and half New Zealand. Yeah.
Okay. And okay. So
but she's Australian. She's Australian citizen. Yeah.
She's an Australian citizen. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. And when did you start getting in trouble? Was it in primary school or high school?
Yeah, it was my high school. So around my high school was around maybe around 13, 14. So I stopped. I go to school, and but maybe around lunchtime I go to the boys, and smoke weed and drink and shit like that, So so I messed up a bit. Like my childhood, I messed it up because at that time too, I got drugged as well. So yeah, so when that time I was mucking around, not going to school, I was going to friends' house and smoke weed, and then I got drugged. So yeah, my brain got messed up, So
did you find yourself when you were struggling in your primary school? Did you find yourself struggling in the house? No support and all that. Is that what ended up you in the drugs?
Yeah. What led me up in the drugs was like, it was hard because we lost dad as well. Because dad and mom got separated as well, so we don't have a father figure in the house,
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, that's a bit hard. Yeah, so that's a bit hard now. So pretty much all my siblings are trying. My little brother too just got out of jail as well.
Oh,
my
really?
cousin too. Yeah, so yeah, it's hard because we need our dad in the house, So so we'll find it hard because mom is trying to look after all of us. And she's struggling with the children too because I'm in jail now and I'm the eldest, So when I was at home, I was taking charge of everything. So yeah, I was working a bit too sometime and stuff like that. But since I got locked up now, my younger brothers they're not doing good now. They're doing, going to school, not going to school, going to some of their white friends, like Australian friends. And they're not coming home for a few days, So yeah, it's hard for mom. Yeah,
it's hard for mom to take
care of. Yeah.
It's pretty understandable. Yes. So where is your mom? Is she in Brisbane or Melbourne?
No, mama to Toowoomba. She lives in Toowoomba.
In Toowoomba.
Yeah, Toowoomba. Yeah.
Okay, so that's where you used to live, right?
No. When we first come to Australia, we were living in Kingston, Woodridge.
Okay, where is that? Yeah. Queensland.
Yeah, Queensland. Yeah, Brisbane. Logan.
Okay.
Yeah, Brisbane. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
So now you've been in jail, and now you serve your sentence in jail, and now you're in detention center, and your little brother just came out of the jail. How is your mother really getting trying to get all this problem into her own head? Is she really struggling trying to figure out where she could help you out?
But they were helping me when they were when I was in jail with money and stuff like that, and and support with the lawyers and stuff. So they pretty much paid for the lawyer. So, but yeah, it's hard for her because the older ones too, they go after me. Like my younger ones are like after me. The older ones after me. So they're pretty much not stepping up as well. You know, like not helping mom. So because they were into drugs as well. So yeah, it was like doing drugs. But now I've been speaking to family. So my sister reckons she stopped doing drugs. So she's just committed to her studies and stuff like that. So now she started stepping up to help mom. But my little brother sometimes, like I don't know, he's still in that party mind, So he's only like he's 17 or 18, yeah. So yeah, so he goes away too sometimes and come to Brisbane and does what he wants to do and party, ride his motorbike and stuff like that. But I'll speak to them, but yeah, they seem to not understand where I'm coming from, Like I tell them, you guys don't want to end up in jail. Jail is not good for you, and stuff like that. Because you guys.
Do you know now, since your sibling also ended up doing what you were doing before, that what has ended you up in jail and in detention center?
Yeah.
Do your family still have a citizenship, or are they affected by the visa cancellation as well?
Yeah, because mom and dad, they don't really speak good English.
Okay.
Yeah, so they haven't studied. They haven't studied because dad was just in the army back home, so he fought the war. Yeah, so it doesn't really doesn't really know how to read and stuff like that. The same with mom. So but if they knew how to read and all that, we would have been citizens ages ago when we first come here,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your mother is not a citizen yet.
Yeah, mom is not a citizen. Dad is not a citizen.
And even the sibling is not a citizen as well.
Yeah, I think my sister is my sister after me. I think she's a citizen. And my three younger brothers. Yeah, so my three younger brothers were born in Australia, but I don't know. They're coming up with a new law saying that if they were born here, they're still not citizens or something like that. Yeah.
Now they are citizens. Anyone born here is a citizen, is an American citizen.
Okay, yeah, sweet. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so that little one wouldn't be affected. But
yeah, all right.
The worry now is your mom and your other sibling if they're not.
Yeah, me and my brothers. Yeah.
Right, and young now you've been going through all this a lot, with the family back, struggling, and you also struggling. How are you coping with this mentally?
Mentally, it's hard, because I'm trying to get mom to get my children in her care, so my three children from child safety. So it's hard mentally because they're trying to play games, like in our culture with people, like I don't get it why they can't communicate and work with the people, like work with us, So it's hard for me because I want to see my children, but I don't get it because my baby mama she's Australian and she's in jail and she's been out there with the children all that time. How does it work for her to get visits in jail and not me, So exactly. Yeah, so it affects me mentally, but I don't like. Sometimes I just deal with it by just trying to get in contact with them, So yeah, so I'm trying my hardest to get mom to see her grandchildren because it's hard for her as well because she wants her grandchildren to grow up knowing their people, and knowing their culture, and to learn how to speak Dinka as well.
Yeah.
So when they were at home, and mom scared before they took them because of some accusations, and they weren't the stuff that wasn't even true, so they make up stuff and took the children, So when they were mom scared, they were speaking our culture language, So it was good. It was good for me to talk to them on the phone, but now nothing, So yeah.
When you were in high school getting in trouble with all these problems, were there many other young people from the South Sudanese background?
Yeah. There was a lot of us. We had a little we had a little crew, you know, we call ourselves, you know, we had a little name and stuff. So
Mm.
yeah, there was me, my cousin, my other cousin too, my other cousins as well. So and then you got we got a couple of yeah, like it was a bit of a mix, you know. So Sudanese, a bit of what do you call it, Egyptians, you know. So yeah, we had a little like from the Dinka side, you know.
Mm.
Yeah, so yeah, I was going to school and stuff like that, and then I met them, and I stopped. Like I stopped going to school. I was studying to go into the army anyway, but I messed it up by doing the drugs, you know. So yeah.
Right. And now Anyang, you've been struggling with all this again. And
Yeah.
do you regret what you have done in the past?
Yes. 100% I regret it. Yeah.
Mm.
So like all his jail time and immigration, this time is good time to rehabilitate, you know.
Yeah.
So at the moment, I did five courses. So I finished some drug courses and white card and stuff like that, and to rehabilitation, like to getting back in the community, and I got a certificate. I think I got 6 now. Yeah, 6 certificates. Yeah, because of the Africa Day. So yeah, we did the Africa Day in jail, and yeah, that went good. So I was a bit of an organizer, and I did a bit of a speech. So yeah, it was good. Yeah, so it was good. Yeah.
Good. So you guys have organized yourself in wherever you are there, you know, trying to be responsible as much as you could.
Yes. Because at the end of the day, we're human beings, you know.
Yes.
So we all make some bad choices in life, but we learn how to rehabilitate. You know, you did wrong. You do the time.
Yeah.
And that time, when you're doing the time, you rehabilitate. You know, you think of what you've done wrong and how to change it going forward when you're getting older. You know.
Mm.
So yeah.
Now you have seen the problem of drugs and alcohol become a major issue among people of your what would you do if you are given a chance to go back to the community?
Yes. What I'll do is I'm gonna try it. Like it's hard at the moment, but I see these people. The community leader, Benny Ball. So he's doing good outside for the community now. So I'm willing to step up and just work and try to help pay a bit of something for the generation in Toowoomba as well, because we've got a big community out there. So I want to try and help out with like sports and stuff like that, and try and get the young generation not to step in this sort of situation, you know. So I learned that I'm rehabilitating. So I see what they're doing wrong outside, you know, partying, drinking, getting on the drugs, you know. Like I've done that, did that, and look where I am, you know. So I want to try and give that to the young generation, helping the community out as well. So yeah.
And now you are inside the detention center. You have done your time in jail, which is required by law, and now you have been taken to the detention center again. What can you tell other young people who are not listening and not seeing what you guys going through?
Well, what I want to tell them, what I want to tell them if I get another chance is, drugs is not it's not an option, you know. It's not good to do, and alcohol too is a drug as well. You know? And the ice is drugs and all that, shooting up or smoking ice it just eats your brain cells, you know. So at the end of the day, you're gonna end up walking like you don't know what you're doing, you know. So we came here to study and do good, you know, and to sort of look after each other, you know, support each other. If someone need help, you help them, you know, and if someone's down, you get them, you know, you help them up and fight through things in life, you know. So that's what I want to tell this young generation that are doing what they're doing now, bashing one of your own people. Like, how can you do that? You know, like it sort of hurts me when I see stuff like that, in the news and stuff like that. So yeah, it's not good. So like, yeah, we're supposed to like be a community and sort of like, the generation with the ones that need to step up and help each other, and help our country too. Yeah. So I want to tell them that as well. So I want to tell them from experience. Yeah, yeah.
Good. Now you just got out from the jail and now just being taken away again to the detention center. What can you tell? What can you tell to the minister of Home Affairs to actually relieve you from where you are and back to the community? Because that's where you really needed to rehabilitate yourself and get back on track and try to clean yourself a bit. What can you tell the minister if you gotta ask the minister himself?
Well, I'll tell him, like, Minister, hello, Minister, how are you? I've done a lot of rehabilitation. I've done a lot of thinking, and and what I was doing, I know was wrong, and I would just want another chance to rehabilitate in the community because I deserve a chance, and I learned from the past what I've done was wrong, and it's not about it wasn't the law, like it wasn't committed by law to do, So yeah, I just want to be there for my children. I want to be there for the community, and I want to be there to work. I don't want to sell drugs no more to sort of help myself out. So I want to do it by law. So work and do what I got to do by the weekend, or play sports by the weekend, and not go to that path where I got mates texting me or something, or come and drink, or come and have some ice. So I really want to leave that past behind, So really, I just want to do myself. You got to fix yourself first before you can help anyone. So I know that now. So yeah, I just want to be out there and just make my dad, like, my dad is struggling, mom is struggling. So I just want to be that the elder kid that knows what he's doing, So like I learned all that now, and dad was coming to visit me in prison, and sort of asking me what have you learned in this time that you've done, So father to son, I told him what the situations and how I want to change, and he says, yeah, you're learning, but you gotta wait till you get out for it to happen. So that's all I'm waiting for, that chance, like to get an option to actually change your life. Like the last time I got out, it was 2015. So that was the first time I actually did jail. I stayed out for 5 years, So I know how to stay out. It's just what got me back, because I never did ice back then when I was doing drugs back then. So when I tried ice, that's what fucked everything, like my brain. I didn't know what I was doing for 5 years. And that's why I ended up in here, because I never tried ice. And then when I did, I know what it affects, So like I'll tell the minister that as well. So yeah, the ice doesn't work with our brain, So because I've learned that it kills your brain cells instantly. Instantly your brain is dead. So I don't want to do that again, or I don't want my brothers or my cousins or anyone, any Sudanese or any generation, young youth. I don't want them to touch it, And ice is damage. It kills people. It's killing people, and I don't want to see that. We lost a lot of people over here as well, so I'm not happy about it because they're getting into that. They're getting into the ice, cocaine, and even joining the bikies when they're getting in jail or in jail. So it's not good. That lifestyle is not good. Like, yeah, you gotta know where you come from and how it was, how you struggle from where you come from and come here. So you got to think of that as well as an option. Like why did they bring me here, this beautiful country, and fuck up, and you come here with a chance to do right and a chance to study for free. So yeah, them things too. They sort of mix in my mind because I haven't been on the drugs, you know. So when it plays in my mind, like I come from a torn war country. I come here with dad that fought the army, uncle that fought the army that brought us here. So why did I disappoint them, you know? And why did I disappoint my siblings to make them do wrong now? So yeah, in my lifetime, you know, like life is a struggle, but you move forward and you learn stuff from your actions, you know? So yeah, like
Indeed, and that's what we wanted the minister to hear, and that's what we want the government to hear as well, to give people like yourself a chance, a second chance. Everyone deserves a second chance, you know. Everyone can go wrong and deserve a second chance. And it is about the time you need to be rehabilitated, you know. To get integrated again into the community and become a better person. That's what it is at the moment. And indeed, what you have just mentioned, you know, is touching. You know, your dad, you know, came down here for a better future for you guys, and now see your husband, see your sibling, you know, going through a lot, and he's going through a lot too. Your mom is going through a lot, you know. So what can you tell, you know, to other parents who are going through a lot, like your parents are doing now? What can you tell them?
I'll just tell them, you know, like war struggle, you know. But you guys gotta remember who brought you here. You come here for your parents, you know, for a better future. But you guys don't want to listen to your parents. At the end of the day, your mom and your dad are just trying to help you out in a good life. Don't think that in your mind that they're trying to control you or do what you want to, or not do what you want to do. You know, they love you. That's why they give you advice, you know, because they when they were young, they've done some stuff too, like us, but they learned that was wrong as well. So why don't you listen to your mom and dad for that father to son to mother to, you know, to mom conversations, you know? It sort of hurts me too, people not listening to their moms and dad or disrespecting the mom. You got to remember that they brought you into this world as well. So you got to be grateful for them as well. Because without your mom and dad, you will never be here. You know, so why do they got to disrespect their mom and dad and not listen to them? You know, at the end of the day, it's your future that's going to come up, you know, because they're not going to be here for a long time. You know what I mean? We're going to take over them, you know, we're going to be the ones that are living, you know. So at the end of the day, they brought us into this life, but we're still going to live their life, you know. But we're going to live it by example. You know what I mean? Example for a better future for the children, better future for a family. And it sort of hurts me too when people interfere, because our culture, there's problems going around in families where you get the big leaders of the community or the big leaders of the family, you know, like older people, like, you know, like grandfather, uncle, aunties, and all that, and they help the situation. They come together and they solve the problem. So sometimes too, it hurts me that children don't listen, because that happens too. You know what I mean? They're trying to help you out, and your mom and dad are going through a hard time. Your grandfather, your uncles, they want you to do right as well. You know, because in this life, work is the key. You know what I mean? To success. Without work, what are you gonna do? You know, that's why they're selling drugs, doing what they got to do, but not law. You know, that's not law. That's trying to break the law. So why do it? You know. So
that's right. Yeah. Beautiful. And a lot of young people would think, you know, going into drugs, selling drugs illegally is a key to getting rich quicker. You know, this is becoming a challenge, you know, and you would see a lot of young people killing themselves.
Yeah, 100%.
Joining bikies and all that. Yeah. What would you tell them to stop that kind of trend?
What I'll tell them is it's going to end up bad. You know, you're either going to be in jail or dead. So why take that sort of gamble in life? You know, life is a gamble, but take the good gamble, not the bad gamble. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's life. You got to learn how to go the right way, not the wrong way, because the wrong way is going to lead you down, and the right way is going to take you up to the top, which is a good way. You know, life. Okay, life is like a loan. This body that God gave you is a loan. You know what I mean? Like, it's a loan. Life is a loan. It's a game. So why play the bad game when you're gonna get judged at the end of the day anyway when you die? Why not take the good gamble in life, which God gave you? Not use drugs for your body, eat healthy, gym, play sports, do the right things, not touch drugs or even drink or whatever, you know, to affect your body, you know. So at the end of the day, you're gonna get judged by that as well. So that's how life is, you know. Yeah.
That's right, and that's the reality. So many of them.
Yeah, that's reality. Yeah.
So
That's
many of them
that's
find
common
themselves.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is a big trouble, and I hope these young people are listening. They will be listening to this video. It is be so educational for them because
100%.
you're talking from experience.
Yeah.
You experience it all, and you know what are the challenges. You know it brings you. So, Anyang, now, if you got a chance to speak to the gathering of the South Sudanese parents, what can you really tell them?
I really want to tell them it's not their fault, you know. The community, like the parents, you know, of the community, like of the children that are doing wrong right now, it's not their fault. You know, at the end of the day, I can be like they brought you here, they brought you into this country. At the end of the day, for a better future, there's stuff there that they left behind. You know, like family members as well, just for you to come here and study and do the right thing. You know, and that's what the community parents want in their children. You know, but their children seem this. Oh, nah, we're gonna go and do drugs. We're gonna sell drugs. We're gonna get rich quick, and then boom. You know, all end up in jail or end up dead. How many of our people in Melbourne died because of what they're doing? Drugs or getting taken or kidnapped and then dead. You know? So at the end of the day, I want to educate the kids as well. You know, I want to step up out there if I get out and I know what I'm gonna do, you know? Because at the end of the day, I don't blame them. You know, I don't blame the mothers of the children or fathers, because at the end of the day, they're trying to give you father and mother advice for you to do right and because what you see people, you see our young generation now working in the meat works, working somewhere, driving a nice car because they chose a good life.
Yes.
You know, yeah, that's a good life. At the end of the day, they're gonna get rich too quick because they chose a good life to study and listen to their mom and parents and dad. So why break the rule? Not listen to them. And then boom, and stress them out because you end up dead, or you end up not being alive because of what you chose, or end up in jail for killing someone that didn't even deserve it, you know. So why kill each other with the same skin? You know, there's no need for us to join gangs or whatever and fight against another African gang. Like, I don't get it, you know. That's not life, you know. It's with people. That's your people. You know, and that's your own kind. Why do it? You know, that's just disrespectful. That's what I don't like. It's disrespectful, man. Like, you know, I'm not me in my heart. I'm not happy seeing all this stuff in the news. You know, because it makes me unhappy because I was there. I've done that. That could have been me. You know, yeah, I've done that. I've been in a gang. I've done this. I've done that. I've sold drugs. You know, that could have been me ending up dead. But I chose the right way to come here and rehabilitate. And to listen to my mom and dad, keep in contact with mom and dad. So at the end of the day, they're trying to help you, you know, because in their lifetime they love you more. You know, they're only getting older. They're not gonna be here for a long time. You know, so that's why you gotta cherish that time and be respectful to your mom and dad and listen to them.
Indeed, Anyang, you have said it all, and that's what is really needed, you know, for young people like yourself to speak up and tell to your fears in their face that this is not right and this is what you should be doing. At the end of the day, you gotta choose a better life.
Yeah, you gotta choose a better life. Yeah.
You gotta choose a better life. Whether you're earning $2, just trying to live in that mean. People should not just be greedy. To go big cartels, drug cartels, and all that. These things are not. They're really killing a lot of young people.
Yeah, 100%.
And this is what need to really need to get out in the community. Now, what is the treatment in the detention center? You just arrived in July, right? And what is the life like?
It's pretty much like rehabilitating in the community a little bit, because you get given what you want, so you get food, you get buy-up, even if you're stressed out, come at the top, you can smoke cigarette, but no, you can't drink. You can study too and do some programs, for a bit of money. So it's all right, but it's all right if you're doing right, if you know what you're doing, don't fight, or don't get involved in violence while you're here to mess up your chance of getting out, So at the end of the day, it's pretty much it's like a refugee camp, like if I can say,
Yeah.
So pretty much like it's like a Kenyan refugee camp or even Uganda, because all you do is you're free, you can do what you want and go back to where you sleep, and So but you gotta be respectful, and you gotta respect the people that are escorting you around. At the end of the day, you don't want to get into an argument or punch them or get into a fight with them, because it affects your mentality as well. So that's what I want to tell this young generation as well that are locked up in these in these hard times in the detention, over 6 years or 7 years in detention. I've got family members that are doing 7, 8 years in there.
Serious.
So serious. Yeah. So what I want to tell them is, don't lose your cool. Don't fight them. Because at the end of the day, it's not worth it. At the end of the day, you're gonna think about it and say, why did I do it? That affects my chances of getting out as well. So rehabilitation, you've been there for all that time. Why mess it up? Why fight? Why fight them or hurt them or fight 6 of them, and then you get in trouble at the end of the day? They added more time onto it. So I love family members all there doing time, but please, you've been in there for long, rehabilitate, and you know what's right for life. So
Somebody I spoke to one of the guy in Christmas Island, one of the biggest detention center, and he was saying there were 400 to 500 Sudanese in detention. Around Australia.
True. Yeah.
This is the biggest number you would have ever found, being locked up in one community. What can you tell again to your community? Because your community seems to be sleeping. They have never been looking into this, and these people say they are forgotten people.
Yeah, 100% they have. They have. So what I want to tell too to the community leaders out there of the community that are supposed to be helping us people in this situation, step up, like help us, because at the end of the day, we're your people. We just want to do right. Jail changes people too. Sometimes you're doing wrong out there, and then you boom. Me, I chose to come to jail. Because I knew I wasn't going to beat the charges. So I just said, no, lock me up anyway. So I can rehabilitate, Jail is rehabilitation, So why not help your own community, people that are struggling, that have done wrong? Why not? What? Because they think they're better than us? No. They might be doing right outside, but we want to do right too, We want to do right by setting an example as well. If you get out, go straight to work. Do good, save your money. We know that now as well. So why they don't not step up and help us? We're struggling out here.
That was Anyang in Brisbane detention center. Anyang has spent 4.5 years in prison doing drugs, and now is in immigration detention center in Brisbane. He's the youngest among all, 25 years old. He has family. Left behind his 3 children in a community.